This is I'm Stark, and in this video we are looking at inequalities. So the first thing to look at in inequalities is how you can represent them on a number line. And here you use either a circle which isn't filled or a circle which is filled, and both of these represent more than or less than or more than and equal to or less than and equal to. And here I've put the differences that a circle which is not filled is equal to more than or less than, and a circle which is filled is equal to more than or equal to or less than and equal to. So therefore, how do we put this on a number line? Now the first one here has got a 8, and it says that x in this one is less than 8. And you can see this because it's got a non-filled circle, which means it's not that x is less than or equal to 8, it's just x is less than 8, as it's pointing in this direction as well. If it was pointing in this direction, it would be x is more than 8. Or if it was filled, it would have been x is less than or equal to 8, or x is more than or equal to 8. So the next one has got two different things, and it's x is in the middle of them, and as you can see it's minus 2 at the bottom, and as the circle is not filled, it just means that x is more than minus 2. And then on the other upper scale it's 7, and this is filled, so it means that x is less than or equal to 7. So you can represent this as x is more than minus 2 but less than or equal to 7. So the next thing to look at is when there is a bit of algebra involved, and we have 3 questions here to look at this. So the first question is fairly easy, as all we're going to do is 3x, and then we're going to minus the 5 from each side. So then we have 3x is more than 30. Therefore we know that x is more than 10. So that's a fairly easy question which you're unlikely to get at A level and even at GCSE. But the next question is slightly more difficult, as we have negatives involved, which means that we're going to have to flip the sign at the end. So in order to do this, we're going to first multiply out the brackets. So 3x minus 9 plus 30 minus 24x is less than or equal to 54. Now after we've done this, we can simplify everything, and that will give us minus 21x plus 21 is less than or equal to 54. Now we want to get the x as just on one side, and that's the only thing we want, so we're just going to have minus 21x, and then we're going to minus the 21 from both sides to get minus 21x is less than or equal to 33. Now this is where we have to flip the sign, so what we're going to do here is just divide everything by minus 21. But because we're dividing by a negative, and this happens when you multiply by a negative as well, you're going to flip the sign. So this means that x is now more than or equal to minus 33 over 21. And that could be our answer, but just to simplify it a tiny bit more, we're going to say that x is more than or equal to minus 11 over 7. And that's our final answer for that one there. So the final question we've got here is a quadratic, and again this is slightly harder than the first one and about the same sort of level as the second one, but you have to do a few different steps. But firstly, what is quite easy is just factorizing this to get x plus 7, x plus 4 is less than 0, Now therefore you know that I'm going to put here x could be equal to minus 7 and x could be equal to minus 4. Now with these, obviously we haven't finished because it's not an inequality as such, but there's two different ways that we could write this inequality. And one of the ways could be x is less than minus 7 and x is more than minus 4, or we could write this as minus 7, so x is more than minus 7 but it's less than minus 4. Now there's a few techniques of how to work out which one it is, but the one I do is I pick a number in between them. So for the purpose of this, I will pick minus 5 as it's in between minus 7 and minus 4, and I'll substitute it into the original equation. So minus 5 squared is equal to 25. So 11 times minus 5 is equal to minus 55 plus 28 and this is equal to minus 2. Minus 2. So therefore, we know that because minus 2 is less than 0, you can tick that, then it will be the second one because it can be in the middle of these. If, however, we got that answer and it was, say, 7, then because 7 is more than 0, it wouldn't satisfy it, and it would be the original equation, original one, which is x is less than minus 7, but x is more than minus 4. So thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye.